Okay, I'm ready. And looks like they're
I'm at
ready
the
as
ready.
well.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
The bolt out. The physics have been drunk. And the players getting ready to do what needs to be done. As we are going to see the poison mist here on the side of John. As we do see that really nice force trade into the halberd. Pretty much exactly what you're supposed to do. The Tamara going in for that nice little bit of pressure. The standing R1s here into another standing R1, making it very difficult here for John. But that low range on the Great Club is going to make it a little bit more difficult. As we do see a bestial roar, John really not able to get that neutral that he wants here into Hutamara. As we do see those standing R1s and a beast roar there just to keep John honest on the runaways. The off-axe comes through there into the backswing attempt, but it is not to be. Another running R1. Nice roll out there from Hutamaru as well. John with basically having half the HP all in all. Oh dear, oh dear. Jump R2 comes out over the top, standing L1s. Good roll out now once more. The off-axe comes through into the CR1 from the side of Hutamaru. Good spacing as another bestial roar into the free Flask, which is going to be huge here, meaning he can just spam those with pretty much impunity. Nasty stuff. As we do see the poison mist,
wow.
7 HP,
wow.
And good
What
night
a
and good luck.
finish!
Utamaru taking the first stock pretty soundly.
That was
Nicely
interesting.
done.
Alright, let's watch replay.
Yeah, the halberd doesn't have many, can't really do much in the ways of aggressive options. It has to play a little bit more reactively here in this matchup. It just has to play just outside of the Great Club's range permanently and go to try and punish any whiffs or potentially force a roll and then move in for a punish. But with how fast the rolling or what is, it can be difficult even with that. But we do see a change over to the CGS, which is interesting. All right.
Yeah, CGS now.
Ready.
Let's see. Uh-oh, you know what? Score! I keep forgetting! Kai! You gotta get score!
I believe in you, Kai.
You can rely on chat all the time! Alright, it's 1-0. I got it this time, finally.
Let's go.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Boom, kabam, kapowie, bolt out. Mist applied. The curved sword, well oiled. As we are going to see that CR1 coming out. No, it's just a standing R1, I reckon, on that one. As we do see now the reset, the poison has been applied. We don't see any of the damage buffs coming out of it. A pivot there forcing the random poison event as well. Punishing the bestial roar is the side of John here, who's looking for those opportunities to get into a trade. And I believe John might not have fully won that trade, but has definitely brought it pretty close. Goes for that running R1, the standing R1 follow-up there to come out now once more, as we do see Vitamaru just go in for that pretty much unrelenting pressure into a back step, possibly out of stand there, trying to go for a roll run R1 into a follow-up R1, but look at that, the roll catch comes out there from Hutamaru. That is going to be the poison, and we do see the poison buff as well into that R2 to get the catch, but John has to play this super carefully as that bestial roar calls him out. 16 HP!
Oh, the poison! Poison
Mara
finish.
just realizes he can just kind of chill out, wait for the poison to do its wicked work.
The timing on the Ashro is really good on the Futomaru. But CGS looks like it's working too, huh?
CGS is a little bit better than Halberd, but you still have to be worried about those trades, and it's still it's just as reactable as Halberd, and you don't have the advantages of the off-axe coming in as clutch as it can do. CGS off-dag or off-axe might be an interesting pick here, but again, you still have to worry about that hyper armor.
I see. Alright, so it's a 0-2. Alright, let's see. Let me see if John wants to change something. Take your time. Yeah, do not. Yeah, good idea.
That's definitely a good plan.
Yeah, it's easy to forget. And then thanks for the follow. I don't have a lot today, but I know this. I have a couple new followers welcoming.
Alright.
Alright, let's see.
Nice. As we're just seeing some last minute adaptations
yeah, I want to
here,
make
and
sure.
both players are ready.
Okay.
Alright. Gogsmer again.
Yeah. Let's go.
Alright, the physics. The greases. As we are going to see now that jump R1 coming out there, going for that CR1 there is the side of John, tries to go for the roll catch, it's not to be though, as the double roll there just to get out of that CR1, the bestial roar. Trying to get those catches, but look at that, the free aim into the CR1.
That's his favorite weapon, the guts for Futomaru. He told me.
There's an awful lot of good things you can do with it. It's that jump R1 there to get the punish. The Beyblades of PSN coming out here. Little balls of blending every 30 seconds. Oh, really nice turnaround there from the side of John, who tries to go for that CR1, which is not going to land. Futomaru here behind by a very marginal amount into that R2. Where the funny jump hitboxes doing their wicked work here as both sides are even. Steven, not anymore though! Into a standing R1! Both players pretty much even, but the chat R2.
Wow, it was close, GG, it was close.
GG,
Let's watch
WP,
replay.
that is Futomaru taking it in a 3-0 sweep
3-0.
against John. Nicely done.
GG for both.
Yeah, GG's to both. Well played. GG.
Poison Great Club. Wow!
5シュート、あれ違うの。
待って。この大会地派生って禁止なんですかね？
禁止じゃないよ。
禁止なの？ああ。じゃあ、地毒グレスがいるってこと？
いる。あ、来た。
ナメプしてんじゃねえぞ。な、DLC なこれ使えって。
おい、ガリガリ君使うな。
チャコ、頑張れって。
こいつ無敵すぎるわ。いいね。
いいよ。いいやつ。これ、どっかの試合で店部来たら盛り上がるよね。
確かに。ゴリガリデスタブとか取った瞬間、
うおーってくるよね。いや、もう、多分みんな知らない。太丸ダッシュ。完封してる。
お、すげえ。
ただの身内道義やんけ、これ。これただの身内道義やって。
ちょっと HP が長い身内闘技。
Let's watch the replay.
As well as that, you'll notice as well Futomaru is able to get those interrupts against the Knight Rider glaive much more reliably. So that's something to keep in mind.
Alright, I just update the score so I don't forget.
Magnificent.
Bonker damage. I'm loving it. お、
なんか座ってる。
俺もグレートクラブ好きだよ、太丸って言ってるやついる。
ラージクラブです。いや、グレートクラブなんだ。
海外ではそうじゃない。
でもグレクラはあるもんな。
Why is the baseball bat so strong? 太丸コールドビーベースボール。
どこをけしかけるベースボールプレイヤー。いいよ、ガリガリ君。こいつ最強や。
左パンmay have been thought before by 大谷翔平。
ちょっと待って、そのコメ欄の野球ネタ多すぎんちゃうんって。
俺がコメントしとるで。
ああ、そういうこと。
うん。太丸は大谷翔平に野球を教わったかもしれないって言って。
Let's watch the play. Yeah. I just update the score. Thanks for reminding me. So it does look like a baseball. The bat.
He's trying to hit a home run, and he's doing a very, very good job
Maybe I
with the
should
2-0
use
score so
it
far.
at the anti-mage fight club. Why not?
Stone Club, again, the club is actually really interesting for a whole lot of reasons.
後で、なんか、
これ義務笑いやろ
溜まって。るよみんな。
55、俺はこんなやつと戦うのかって言って。
そんなこと言えないだろ。
ベースボールバー。
それ言いたいのこっち側やしな。てか、こいつがこれ言っていいわけない。
ロクニストで普通にアドトレ強いな。
しかも、早起きやるしな。耐えるんや。
あ、当たる。
マジ完封しとるな、本当に。
チャコチャコチャコチャコ
ただのいつもの闘技やんけ、お前。
チャコ
なんか画面止まってね。
チャコ
あ、多分太丸の方は画面止まってる。俺の画面送るか。
Excuse my
GG.
French.
I think Futomaru make look too easy because you know Chaco is pretty good player.
Actually, I'm actually curious here.
So Futomaru is gonna advance.
So, that is going to be that in
GG
winners
Popo,
round
well
3.
play. Camera is not following.
Rock and roll. Or rock and or roll.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Kaboom! Bolt is out.
Rogue さんごめん間違
Poisons.
えた。It's supposed to be H for Futomaru. I put F. It's okay. Cross now. ごめん。
Alright, as we see, the poison has been procced. Udamaru has actually taken a little bit of damage here so far, but so has 55. Both sides. We're seeing that slow HP drain there from the poison as the bonk stick does its vicious work. Oh, look at that trade. And into the free aimed crouch R1, which is absolutely brutal. Able to do a significant amount of damage and is very, very fast, especially point blank. But the bestial roar, 1500 to 901. Good rolls there from Hutamaru, though. Good rolls now once more from 55. Who keeps getting chipped down with those bestial roars, which is pretty rough.
I know. Oh no, 55.
55 on 54 HP. Almost had the meme right. And that's gonna be
I
good
didn't
night and
notice.
good luck.
You're right. 55, 54. GG. Alright, let's watch
Ripper.
the replay and then there's something I need to do. I gotta put score right away. Can't miss that.
And this is a best of 5 still, isn't it?
Yes, semi-final. I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just double checking. Let me actually look at the challenge here and see what it is. Winners back at best of 5.
Yeah, I think that's what I only make final.
Yes, that's
best
more
of
than
7.
fair.
I did ask wrong. I think that's why he told me. Alright, I changed the name back to Tomaru, the H. And he got 1 point. So everything looks good to me. We could go, right? Ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Alright, 1-0 in the favourite Hidemaru versus 55 with Nihil. Going for that R2 there as a whiff punish here, but there we go. That's the spacing he's looking for. 55 managing to get some decent damage right off the bat. Tries to go for that press there, but unfortunately Hidemaru pressed a little bit too early. Goes for that, managing to get the Godskin Swaddling proc off, which is going to be huge here, bringing him up to 2400 versus 1866. 2k HP, 200 HP in the difference, but with how hard the bonk stick can hit, and especially with that little bit of a bestial roar there, going to have to be very aggressive to get that out, as we do see the L1 spam coming out, as we see a tasty bit of damage there with Hidemaru finally taking the lead here, 1500 to 1400 HP. We're seeing 55 having to play a very, very cautious game, not able to really get his footing, giving complete deference over to the side of Hidemaru. We are going to see that roll there in neutral. Good rollout now once more, not seeing a backswing attempt there from Hidemaru. We do see that time, but just a little bit too far for the R2 punish. Notice here as well, 55 is existing just outside of Hidemaru's space. He is going to be aiming for whiff punishes here, but it's very, by the looks of things, quite difficult to actually land them, as we do see that attempt to backswing not quite work out in 55's favor. Hidemaru there going for these running R1s, not really able to get clean hits in. Standing R1 just to get that bit of poise chip, not really going to matter as the L1 spam comes out. But with that hyper armor reset, I'm not sure if the poise chip is really going to matter all that much. Again, whenever we have a hyper armor attack, it does refresh your poise bar, so that's something to keep in mind, that poise chip not quite being the best thing to play into, as we do see that standing R1 now once more. Goes to that R1 there from Kilo, not able to do it. Hidemaru looking to try and get these hits in, try and call out any of the counter pressure that 55 is going to go for, but it's 1200 to 1300. Hidemaru with a very, very slight life lead, but he's up against something with pretty much zero recovery. There we go, managing to get that hit just in the end there. Did you see now that poison proc coming out? Bestial Roar managing to land 600 HP to 1100 into that nice little bit of damage.
That was nice punish.
Still Hidemaru with the poison proc, still having quite a substantial lead. 300 HP. We are within the territory now where the poison could potentially get a kill here, but the jump attack had that little bit of recovery that Hidemaru was able to punish.
I'm wondering if he's doing free aim. The one the Rogue was using, the bear. I forgot the name. The screaming. Yeah.
I know from talking to some other players, most of their bestial roars are actually free aimed, so it wouldn't shock me if that was the case.
Got it.
It definitely makes it a hell of a lot more scary because you can't just rely on the regular strafes.
So
and Darcy is quite accurately pointed out there that the 55 with the R1s. The R1s are the play here, but they're still risky if he presses a little bit too early. So it's kind of it's tough. The hyper armor here you can give an awful lot of deference to in the fight. But there we go. I'm ready to go.
Me too.
2-0.
2-0. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Olay. The bolt is out. Physics drunk. Poison Mist doing its wicked work. There we go, going for that R2 punish. But unfortunately, Hidemaru just rolls it out every time. We do see the attempt of feigning pressure. Goes for that R2 there, into the run R2 there, just to get that extra little bit. But unfortunately, 55 is going to be clipped just on the edge of his spacing there. Pixels in the difference, and looking at that, the R2. Oh, caught here into another bestial roar. Notice as soon as that poison comes out, he's immediately switching over to try and get those bestial roars out, just to keep up pressure neutral so he gets full utility out of it. Run L1 comes out, it's not going to break, which is an unfortunate bestie moment. Oh, look at those L1s.
I know,
look
the
at that. Really tough into this hyper armor here as that press comes out. Good rollout now from the side of 55.
He's gonna let him heal the poison. You know that.
Into the bestial roar, 50 HP. Unfortunately, the poison has run out.
Right.
We'll see a poison mist come out now in a second because he does want that final hit.
Right. Last is always most difficult. Let's see.
Not seeing any tally swaps come out here on the side of 55. Into the halberd swap. Might actually be what 55 is looking for here. If he stood in the halberd, that would have actually been very much, it would have allowed 55 that little bit of freedom in the fight as the R2 comes out, goes for the run attack there. Just about missing that hit. Are we going to see the CR1s? No, we just see that run R1 come out there. Goes for that, and unfortunately, the roll didn't come out. In a 3-0 sweep in our semi-finals, it is going to be...
Well played for both players. Alright, let's watch replay and... Futomaru is gonna advance.
Into the finals, guaranteed.
Yep.
At least second place.
Right.
Alright.
He used both players use weapon very well. That's what I have to say. If I have same build, I don't think I can manage like that. 3,
Alright.
2, 1, let's go.
The bolt is out. The physics are drunk. And by the looks of things here, we are rearing to go. As looking at this here, the CR1s come out now from the side of Utamaru. Rogue is going to be trying to match it in at least in terms of damage, as it does look as though Rogue is going to win these trades by a fairly substantial margin into another trade.
Oh, that was quick. GG.
Rogue won Utamaru. Utamaru, sorry.
No, you say his name right? Futomaru.
Utamaru, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, Futomaru.
That damage is absolutely bonkers though, holy moly.
Wins long, yeah, a lot of damage, plus both were grease.
Well, it does look as though both players are now ready in their spots as we see the swap over from Utamaru onto the Gugs. Rogue sticking with the Colossals. Colossal weapons.
Yeah. It's nice to see the Tony, huh?
They were used very early on,
Oh,
but they've been...
because I usually see more like a Shamshe with TS.
Well, that is true, yeah. Well,
that's what I mean, yeah. Okay.
Makes a nice change for sure.
Yeah. Oh, sorry guys. Should I do one more time?
Yeah, we can just
It's
all
one
good.
more time.
It's all good.
Let's
It's all
go.
good. All right. Well, it does seem as though both players are now going to skedaddle forward. Utamaru for forgetting to actually refresh his HP bar, as we do see that CL1 coming out now. Once again, Utamaru's taking a lot of damage here, with Rogue having that life advantage by a fairly substantial margin. This is actually a good play here, because Rogue is going to be looking for those trades, and even if the hyper armor, oh my
no,
good
the hyper
God.
armor.
Even if he does tank it, he's not going to do so well into it. So let's roll with 2 in this first 2-4. Dear God.
That was so scary. I know their pin's really good. It's like a 17. Last time when I did Fight Club with them, they said they only have 17 MS, which is so amazing.
Yeah, which means that you can do an awful lot more things on reaction with both players, actually. Particularly you'll be able to get your vortexes a little bit easier on those power stance colossals, so that can make a bit of a difference. But yeah, that was brutal. That was horrifying, in fact. Jeez.
Also, they were practicing right before Tony, like a warm-up. So they probably know each other well. バットを二刀流している。彼が大谷翔平だろ。Okay?
Alright.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
And it looks like it's going to be a super low latency finals as well. Both players are Japanese as well, so it's going to make a little bit of a difference as we are going to see that CR1 coming out there, but trying to go for that nice bit of a punish there is the side of Rogue. Hutamaru has a fair amount to prove here, given that he's currently down 2-0. Goes for that running attack. It's not going to land into the running L1s here. But look at that there. That press does actually come out as the jump out of hit stun is going to get him out scot-free. A bestial roar comes out. Not going to be free aimed by the looks of things. But that running L1 is actually going to come out into the CL1 now once more. Into another CL1. Crazy damage on the board here so far. Looking at that there, beautiful spacing here from the side of Rogue, who's going to try and go in for that little bit of pressure, but the counter pressure from Hutamaru is going to matter as two L1s into the standing R1. The R2 comes out, managing to catch him. 700 HP left.
Futomaru. I forgot to do score again. I'm gonna straight down this time, or I'm doing playing replay. So 2 for Rogue, and then Futomaru just got 1 point.
1 point to Hutamaru. Rogue with 2.
Good comeback for Futomaru.
That it could be the beginning. Is this the beginning of the end? I don't think Hutamaru.
Maybe.
Hutamaru, this is the first stock that Hutamaru has actually dropped so far in this tournament as well, so that's impressive here on the side of Rogue that he's actually able to take him down 2 stocks and one after the other, so GGWP.
Alright, so now score should be right? 2 and 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
And the bolt is out. The physics are going to be drunk here with both players now rearing to go the bestial roar to start us out right off the bat. Rogue there keeping up that very aggressive posturing here, who is going to be whiff punished there for that attack into another whiff punish here from the side of Hutamaru. Hutamaru doing some crazy damage here into the standing R1 free aimed. Beautiful stuff there. Look at that. The CR1's coming out. Into that roll catch there that comes out there from Hutamaru. Goes back at it again. The free aimed standing R1 there just to try and get that extra damage, but the whiff punish does come out there from the side of Rogue, who is going to eat another little bit of damage here. Running R1 comes out there into that standing R1. 176 HP left on the board. Are we going to see the swap? We don't get to see a swap because that R2 is just going to catch him. GG's.
GG.
Hutamaru with 2.
Yeah, Futomaru got 1 more point. 2 and 2.
And
this is a round reset.
Yeah, it does look as though Hutamaru doesn't want to see a reset here, a bracket reset, so it'll remain to be seen how this next one is going to pan out.
Right.
This could be the telling whether or not Hutamaru is locked in for this last set.
I'm curious what's gonna happen.
It remains to be seen.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
And there we have it, folks. We are going to see both players now going for their respective buffs there, going for that bestial roar, going for that CR1 here, going for yet another one. Interesting there. We see some really nice tally swaps coming out here. Rogue electing to go for the crouch attack tally to just get that extra little bit of damage. Into that CR1, it is not going to land. Into a trade that is not going to be one, I believe, from the side of Rogue, who is going to be whiff punished there. Caught in the quick poke. Caught in another one. Hutamaru is on fire here with these presses. Into a trade. Tries to go for that quick poke there once more. Into a rolling L1. 1700 to 3. 6202 with the bestial roar. He eated that damage there. It goes for a jump out. Goes for CL1, but unfortunately that R2 catches 3.
It was very interesting to see the setup. It's completely different what I see in the EU. So,
it is pretty rare. Yeah, it's again the language barrier is going to be a thing. But either way, we are on the last stock.
Yep.
Which could be either a bracket reset or.
To be honest, I thought it was a little bit short too. I knew there was something was wrong. But now I'm glad you're here. You made clear. All right. You guys ready? So it's the 2 and 3. Futomaru has a match point. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's go. Sorry, guys. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Bolt is out, physics are drunk, and the big bonk sticks are double greased here as we are going to see Hutamaru go in for that nice little bit of pressure. Good roll out there. He's going to get that CR1, is going to get another one. Hutamaru trying to go for that R2, but is able to roll out. That recovery is ridiculous in that R2 into a running R1. It is not going to land. Hutamaru taking another hit. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he's going to be clipped once more. Both players now chilling out in neutral. Looking at this here, we do see that empty jump coming out now from Rogue. Running R1 actually managing to get that into a anti-air there with the standing R1. But the counter pressure comes in from Rogue. Goes in for that CR1. And the turnaround there on that, but is just about able to escape at 200 to 980. Into another rolling attack. Comes out there. Jumping attack, but the trade comes through. 540. Rogue 3. Hutamaru 3-3.
That was a trade? I didn't see. It was a trade, right?
It was a trade to finish it out. Yeah, it was a trade to finish it out.
So I gotta give point to Rogue.
Yes, indeed. 3-3.
3-3.
Match point.
Both got match point.
Before us.
And if Rogue win, and then we move to round reset.
Round bracket reset.
Right. And then if Futomaru win next, and then that's it.
It's all over.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they're ready.
Both players in.
Nothing changed.
All is pretty much as was.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And the bolt is out. The physics have been drunk. And looking at it here, we are going to see that CR1 coming out right off the bat. But a good whiff punish there comes out from the side of Rogue. Looking at this here, we are going to see Rogue manage to get that hit there into another one. Standing R1 there is going to just fall a little bit short. Looking at this, Hutamaru resetting into neutral into the backstab.
Nice
Beautiful stuff here. Evening this out by a fairly substantial margin into the anti-air there with the standing R1. Tries to go for the pivot. Tries to go for a ravioli,
that's so
funny
scary.
enough. 1500 to 1000 HP into that rolling attack there, but unfortunately possibly out of stam. Hutamaru is going to be flipped, and that's going to be the bracket reset.
It is
now it's a best of 5.
Never know, huh? You never know.
There we go.
So 4 and 3.
4 and 3, and now it is the bracket reset. We are now in a best of 5.
はい、ローグさん、今度こそリセットです。So Rogue is come from loser bracket, so it's gonna be reset. So you guys gotta have to fight again. Oh, I say BO5, but it is BO7, huh? I didn't change the text.
It's all good. It's all
Oh, it's just so many
Too much
things.
going on.
Easy to forget.
good.
先に3本取った人が勝ちです。このトーナメントの勝利者です。Okay? I just want to make
there we go.
sure.
We're sorted.
Oh wait, is the camera is following them?
It should be.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we are going to see now. It's a Gug's mirror. As Rogue is going to go for the guard counter, which is not going to land. Resetting up there for a little bit of a roll catch. Not to happen, though, unfortunately, as we are going to see the CR1s coming out now from the side of Huto. Rogue doing a decent job here, resetting into neutral, go for that empty jump, but is going to eat that standing R1. Rogue takes it now once more into another standing R1 here to try and finish it out. Good roll out there. As both sides going for that, the standing R1s into another standing R1, goes for the grease there to try and force a roll, but not to happen. as Rogue is eating a lot of damage here. Not as comfortable.
Backstab.
Oh my god, that backstab was nice. Holy moly. As the Volcano Pot comes out into a scream of defiance to try and get the catch into that CR1 now. Rogue just about managing to roll out there the running R. Oh my god, with style.
Oh no!
Hutamoto.
Backstab finish. Okay, let's see.
Hutamaru takes the first stock.
Yes. I just add to the score.
Down patch.
I
Real.
missed that. That was really nice backstab.
It was a very pretty one as well. Very, very nice stuff. 2 fishes in the one set. Nice. All right. I'm ready.
Still mirroring, huh?
Still mirroring. They're sticking to it.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Bolt is out. The physics have been drunk. There we have an empty jump there, comes out now into that nice little bit of a whiff punish there, comes out now from the side of Rogue, who is going to be interrupted there, going for that press into the CR1 now. Once again, the free aim CR standing R1 comes out. Good rollout though, as immediately we are going to see Hutamaru go in for that nice little bit of pressure, but into a running R1, which is going to connect here into another running R1. Trying to set up for some backstab pressure, but it's not to be, as Hutamaru is going to eat a little bit of damage there. Rogue doing a good job of keeping it up. Oh, the fish in response.
Backstab.
684 HP on the board. Into that backstep R2. Trying to play it very fancy here. Looking at this Hutamaru. Trying desperately to find an opportunity to get in. Is that R2 is just going to go no.
Was it charge R2?
Oh my god. Fully charged R2 takes it.
Wow, it's so rare to see final like a gag mirroring.
It's pretty rare for
It's
sure.
interesting. Alright, I need to look at the point.
Oh my god.
Ultra Graysoul is a Futomaru's favorite weapon, so I could see it. He likes to use this. Okay,
Let's see.
both are ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Boom, Bolt is out.
1-1.
Both players now going in for the... We do see that late press there, but it's going to be immediately backstabbed. Into a trade. Rogue is currently behind now by about a substantial amount of HP into that free aimed into that free aimed R1. As we are going to see both of them going in for that there. The stam check is real. Now we're going to see the we do usually see the roll BS. 27 HP on the board. Into the screen to finish this out.
Nice scream. So interesting.
2-1.
Wow.
2-1 in the favor of Hutamaru.
Yeah, well, I agree. They play different. The weapon choice is different. I noticed that too.
It's pretty cool.
すごい. Alright, I need to give Futomaru, right? 1 and 2?
Looking like a 2-1 in the favor of Hutamaru, yep.
Thank you, Gek, for confirming.
Alright, match point for Hutamaru yet again.
Let's go.
Will the nerves of steel prevail, as we are going to see now the PSGS? Oh, nice whiff punish there comes out now from the side of Rogue, but in return we are going to see the quick poke into the scream, into a standing R1.
Combo.
Rogue there elected to go for the crouch tally. We do see that standing R1 to try and get that mistake.
PSGS?
Into the backstab grab, into attempt to fish as well. Good rolling L1 comes out here on the side of Rogue. but there's a substantial life difference here. But it is now evened out. Hutamaru forced back into the CR1, but not having the time for a quick poke as the CR1 comes out on the side of Rogue. Into a trade. Into the JL1, but only a half hit. Into that was an inescapable. That lat is crispy. Goes for the scream to come through there. Into that nice little bit of a whip punish. Into a run R2 to try and punish a JL1. One JL1 from the side of Rogue could finish this out, but he has to be careful as the swap over to Rakshas has happened. And that is Hutamaru.
Now we got
taking the W.
We got winner. GG 太丸おめでとうございます。Congratulations. And then vsRogue. You got second second place.
Nicely done to both, and a big thank you to the Asian community for coming out in force here with the 7-player bracket. I think it's 7, 2, 4, 6. It was 9-player bracket actually.
Yes, we have 9 player